They are called butandings here, which means the sea's gentle giants. Tourists travel to central Philippines hoping to catch a glimpse of the biggest whale sharks in the world. Some of them grow to as much as 14 meters. Despite their size, though, they are not a threat to humans. Classified as filter feeders, living only on planktons and krills. Visitors can snorkel and interact with them, all for $10. The Philippine government has classified them as endangered species and has reminded local establishments to make sure that the whale sharks are protected. There are guidelines for tourists before they can head into the water. Feeding and touching the whale sharks are not allowed. But the concern here is proximity. Tourists and boats are way too close to them, leaving many of these creatures vulnerable to injuries, according to conservationists. Environmental groups are concerned.
Feeding these juvenile whale sharks, you're actually opening up them to more vulnerabilities because they are juveniles, and then you are instead of them learning how to hunt in the wild, they are now being fed by people. So this alone alters their behavior.
Oslob Island was once a sleepy town that relied only on fishing for its livelihood. But since tourists started coming here more than 2 years ago, people like Minura de Dios say they have now managed to earn a living through tourism.
I started with a tiny shop, and because of all the tourists who come, my business has grown. I'm thrilled.
Tourists who come to see the whales contribute to more than 90% of the island's economy. Earnings that have now managed to provide for basic social services to communities. The local government insists tourism practices are sustainable and says it is all about balance.
We are policing this whale sharks, that anyone who is caught violating, they were penalized by a certain amount. So in that way, we are protecting the whale shark.
The Philippines is signatory to international conventions that aim to protect these whale sharks, and locals here say they are doing the best they can. But they admit that striking a balance is never easy, because often the demands to earn a living and provide for their families must always come first. Jamel Alindogan, Al Jazeera, Oslob Island, Central Philippines.